We're going to actually play baseball, which is a good thing. It's not been that way for a while. And it is the Delta Panthers and the Bryan Golden Bears getting set to do battle. Delta sitting at 1-1 overall, 0-0 in the NWOAL because this is the first game. Bryan sitting at 4-2, 0-0 in the NWOAL. It is the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to first pitch. Oberlin-Turnbull, Peter Albert, Crematory, focus. We had the chance to talk with Bryan head coach Corey Walker, and you'll hear that after this timeout on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Corey Walker, the Bryan Golden Bears coach, fourth year here at the helm of the Golden Bears. And, you lost a lot of your infield from last year, but pitching is back, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, we've got some depth pitching wise. We kind of look for it to be a strength for us. We're dealing with a little bit of some injuries issues over there, but we've developed enough where we've got from a varsity standpoint, probably 8, 9, even maybe 10 guys we would be comfortable throwing out there if we had to. So depth will be tested a little bit with injuries, but we got a lot of confidence in the guys that we can put out there.
It's nice to have 9 returning letter winners off a team that finished second in the league last year.
Yeah, and obviously we were here, especially early on, we're kind of relying on them to catch up some of the newer guys, the first-year varsity guys, catch them up to speed with the game itself, let them learn that the game plays a lot quicker at this level, and just kind of relying on them to be our leaders at this point.
Some good senior leadership we talked about a little bit, but you're losing guys like Noah Heward and Jace Kepler and people like that. It's really next man up, and now it's these seniors' chance to lead this team.
Right. I mean, again, we have 8 seniors, and the best thing I can say about them is they're 8 really good kids. They're fantastic kids, and we've been talking to them all off season. As there's 8 of you, we only play 9 guys at a time. So as long as they're selfless and they're there for the team, which they have been so far. They can. This is their season. They're the seniors. They're the ones that are going to be remembered. They can have a really successful season here.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your non-league that you've had so far as we're opening up league play today. Kind of a mixed bag, 4-2, right?
Correct.
How has those first 6 games looked for you guys?
It's early on here. We've done some good things, and there's some areas that we definitely got to improve on. But we knew that coming in. I thought for the most part, we've done some really good things every single game. We haven't put a full, complete game together yet, but you expect that early on. We found some ways to win 4 games here. Offensively, we're still definitely a work in progress. We saw some improvement especially on Saturday. Defensively, obviously, we're leaning our outfield to go and make plays, and our infield continues to get better. We're kind of moving guys around, trying different people there at different places. Just trying to figure out what's going to be the best fit that we have there. But the kids are super coachable. They're doing everything we ask of them. And as they get more and more reps out there, especially live game reps, they're going to keep getting better.
Absolutely. So now you open league play by hosting the Delta Panthers, and Delta, a team that finished at the bottom of the standings last year. But, the league top to bottom is generally a good baseball league. And what do you look for as you open league play tonight?
Yeah, and I don't want to sit here and just say cliches and things like that, but it is true. This year, everybody seems to have at least one really, really good arm. So every team we play, we're going to see somebody throwing in the low to mid and to high 80s, and you get in a couple of them, you might see a couple guys touching 90 to 92. So every game's going to be competitive because we're going to see a really, really good pitcher on the other side every single time we play. To be honest, this is probably the most balanced of a league that I've seen. Since I've been here, there is no true team that I would consider the favorites. Everybody could be really good. Everybody could end up towards the bottom. You're going to have to show up, and you're going to have to play a really good game every single league game to have a shot to win it.
Absolutely. And so far today, it looks like the weather is going to hold out for this, but I got a lot of wind going on out there, which could be good or could be bad.
Yeah, don't jinx it here, Chris. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but we're used to it. It's Ohio baseball. All right. So we just kind of got to be ready to go when we can play, but let's hope today it can be a little windy, but as long as it's warmer and we can get out and play, that's all we're looking for.
Absolutely. It's kind of hard to be off and on, you know what I mean? It's, you got to be consistent and get those games in.
Yeah, especially in a game like this where so much is rhythm and so much is routine. It's hard to play 3 days in a row and sit for a week, play 3 days in a row and sit for a week, but you got to be flexible. Everybody's in the same boat. That's the biggest thing.
That's the good thing. Throwing Cade Carlin tonight, what do you hope to see out of him?
Yeah, Cade threw quite a few innings for us last year. He's now a 3-year starter for us in the varsity, so he's going to go out and compete. We know that he's a ultra competitive kid. We're looking for him to command the strike zone. He doesn't have to go get everybody out by himself. He's got to trust his defense behind him. And when times come, make a big pitch, try to get us out of situations that we need to get out of, and just keep the game moving for us.
And we've talked in the past, and I'm assuming it's continued this way for you as well this year. You got to control what you can control on the field. You're hitting your spots, you making no mistakes, things like that. That'll all come out in the end, no matter who the opponent is.
Right, and that's just a huge aspect of this game. There's so many little pieces that comes with baseball, and you have so little control over them. You can't control what an umpire calls. You can't control what your own teammate does behind you. You can't control if you hit a ball really hard and find somebody's glove. So that focus on that mental side of, okay, did I do things the right way? Maybe I didn't get the result I wanted, but did I do the things that I was supposed to do the right way? That's going to lead to a lot more success than focusing on all those kind of external factors out there.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you faced the Delta Panthers to open the league season tonight. Best of luck.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you guys doing it.
All right, Coach Corey Walker here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. We're going to take this time out, come back with more on our pregame show after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, today's game being brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Crow Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. Chris Malanga here with you. It is Delta and Bryan doing battle as we open the NWOAL season here from Sumpter Field. And the last time these two teams met was on April 15th, 2024. Bryan defeated Delta by a score of 14-3 in the last meeting at Delta last year. Delta, let's meet the Delta Panthers. Delta is sitting at 1-4 on the season. Again, this is the first league game. Dustin Stickley is their coach. He's in his second year, 6-22. Last year they finished last in the NWOAL. They won 7 titles, but their last title came in 2005, and they're looking for leadership from seniors Brady Moore and Vinny Maher. Those are the guys that they expect to get some leadership from. When you look at their season to date, their last 5 games, they are 1-4, and their last 5 shape up like this. They lost. They are. Throw my last 5 up there, Eric. Sorry. Last 5, they lost at Tenora, then they lost at Lake, at Evergreen, and at Seago. So they lost 4 straight to open the season, and then they won against Stryker on Saturday, 14-0 to get their first win of the season. Meanwhile, the Bryan Golden Bears, coached by Corey Walker. Walker in his 4th season here at Bryan. Corey is sitting, well, let's look at their season to date first. They are 4-3. Oh, there we go. He's in his 4th season sitting. Oh, we're all learning here. All right, let's take a look at the last 5. They beat Whitmer back on Saturday. They lost at St. Mary's on Friday. They won at Toledo Central Catholic back on Thursday. Then they were off about a week, and they had beat Elida and lost to Napoleon. And it's hard, as Coach Walker said in the pregame, to start with a game and then go a week and then do a couple more games. So they're in their 4th game in 5 days right now. And let's take a look at their info as Coach Walker in his 4th season sitting at 46-37. They've got the bulk of their pitching back, including the NWOAL Player of the Year, Carter Dominic. Carter not pitching tonight, though. Bryan has to replace 4 letter winners, Jace Kepler and Noah Heward, and 4 other graduates. And let's take a look at those NWOAL standings from last season. The final standings standings. Archbold, your winner of the NWOAL last year. Bryan and Swanton tied for second, and then Delta sitting at the end at 0-7 overall. All right, we're going to take another timeout, 60 seconds, pregame break 2. When we come back, we'll take a look at your keys to the game, game officials, and more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back out of the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga here with you. It is Bryan and Delta. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, being brought to you by the Carlin Company, Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained number one in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs. Keys for the Bryan Golden Bears: throw strikes and keep the game moving. Quality at bats and force them to make plays and make routine plays. That's what Coach Walker wants to see out of the Bryan Golden Bears. On the other side, looking at the Delta Panthers' keys to the game, they look like this: play sound defense, find ways to get on base, and command the strike zone on the mound. There you are. Keys to the game being brought to you by the Carlin Company, Realty and Auctioneers. Time now to meet our game officials. Our game officials being brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Umpires tonight: Alan Miller and Steve Elwood, a veteran crew tonight here, and I'm looking around and they just stepped out, so we are close to seeing them here tonight. So those umpires,
Life well lived. Remember, we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, it is the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to first pitch as Delta and Bryan get set to do battle. Time now to check out our pregame weather forecast. Our pregame weather being brought to you by the Allie Held Herman Memorial Run and Walk. Mark your calendars and lace up your shoes for the 5th annual Allie Held Herman Memorial Run and Walk. Mark your calendars. It is Saturday, July 19th, 2025 at the McDonald Ruff Ice Rink. Weather looks like this: 65 degrees. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 9 miles an hour, but I will tell you it's been gusting a lot more than 9 miles an hour as we've been up here, and we've got cloudy skies. Looked earlier, didn't see any issues with temperature or rain coming in, so hopefully that will not be the case. All right, now let's take a look at our starting lineups, being sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Free, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. All right, our starting lineups. Let's take a look at the batting order for the Delta Panthers. It's going to be Emmerich Fries leading off and catching. He's a junior. Brady Moore, the shortstop, is going to be your second batter. Carlos DeSantos is going to, hang on, I got to get my cheat sheet because my thing decided to mess with me. I lost DeSantos. He's going to be your third baseman today. Vincent Marr will be your second baseman. He's a senior. Wyatt Flickinger, your left fielder, a junior. Jaden Lohman, a pitcher and a junior. Nathan Elton will be your first baseman, also a junior. Jack Tedrick, your right fielder, is a junior. Hayden Bolton is a center fielder and junior. We're going to take a stop here as our national anthem being sponsored by Veteran Services of Williams County. National anthem being brought to you by Veteran Services of Williams County. All right, let's take a look now at our fielding layout for the Bryan Golden Bears as they will start the the game here in the field. Mason Welling will be your center fielder. Hunter Mufeld in left. Elijah Fry in right field. Hunter Watson will be your shortstop. Tucker Miller, your second baseman. Carter Dominic, your first baseman. Carter Luce at third. Cade Carlin on the mound pitching, and Cam Bukowski is going to be your catcher tonight. And again, starting lineup sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Free, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. All right, about ready to get this one underway. It's Cade Carlin that will be your pitcher tonight. Carlin has pitched for 9 innings. He's got a 1-0 record. He's given up 6 hits, no runs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, no hit by pitches tonight. And he's been pretty decent for the Golden Bears. Leading off, Emmerich Fries. Fries is batting .222 with an on-base percentage of .417. He has 2 walks, and he has struck out 2 times as well. He'll be your first Delta Panther to get in here as you see the batting order for Delta. Delta dealing with some injuries. They had about 5 or 6 people on their roster crossed out. And be patient with us tonight as the wind is wreaking havoc with a few of our cameras. So excited to do this one. I feel like we've scheduled so many games and then they've just been rained out, or I don't know. Umpire is talking with the manager. Your home plate umpire tonight calling the balls and strikes is going to be Alan Miller. Steve Elwood will be your umpire out on the field. Field looks good. Parks Department does such a great job here. Fries is going to lead things off here. All right, so Fries will step in. Play ball is called at 5:01. First pitch to Fries is a ball. in there for a called strike. That is swung on. Hit to right field. Coming over and gloving is Elijah Fry, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down, top of the first inning. This will bring up Brady Moore. Moore, 231 average. He has a strikeout and 3 walks. 4 RBIs. First pitch to him, outside, ball 1. That is swung on. That's hit hard to left field. Hunter Mufeld will watch it drop behind him. He's going for 2, and in with a double is Brady Moore. So Moore's at second. And that was almost my paper out the window, and that would have been disaster. This will bring up Carlos DeSantos. DeSantos batting .429 on the season with an on-base percentage of .500. So 1 down, runner at second base. Top of the first inning, no score between Bryan and Delta. Carlin will step off. The pitch, outside, ball 1. Next pitch swung on. Over to shortstop. Nice job knocking it down, and the run.
Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden.
That was a great play right there by Hunter Watson. Watson didn't make the catch, but he knocked it down enough that it saved the runner from advancing to third. So now runners at first and second. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. This will bring up Vincent Marr. Marr wearing .00. He's got a 200 average with a .385 on base percentage. Runners at first and second. Carlin will look the runner back. The pitch in the dirt. Makes the count 2-0. Swing and a miss. You can hear the wind kicking up. That is swung on, fouled back. Makes the count 1-2. Moore is the runner at second, DeSantos at first. Carlin looks again. Ooh, just missed that one. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss. Got him, 2 down. This will bring up Wyatt Flickinger. Flickinger, a 154 on base percentage, has no batting average. First pitch to him is a called strike. 2 down here. Runners at first and second here in the top of the first inning. Next one in the dirt. Evens it at 1 apiece. Flickinger's your left fielder today. That is high and outside. Makes the count 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. So the Golden Bears survive, give up a couple base runners, but we head to the middle of the first inning with your score, 0-0 heading to the bottom of the first. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, let's take a look at our lineup for the Golden Bears as they will bat here in the bottom of the first inning. No score after the top of 1. Bryan looks like this for its batting order. Cade Carlin's going to lead things off. He's your pitcher tonight. Hunter Watson will bat second. Carter Dominic will bat third. Carter Luce bats cleanup. Tucker Miller will bat fourth. Cam Bukowski will bat, sixth. Cole Batt will bat seventh. And DH Hunter Mufeld is your left fielder batting 8th, and Mason Welling bats 9th. Taking a look at the fielding lineup for Delta, they line up like this out in the field. It is going to be your pitcher is Jaden Lohman. Emmerich Fries is your catcher. Nathan Elton will be your first baseman. Vincent Morrow, second baseman. Brady Moore is your shortstop. Carlos DeSantos at third base. Wyatt Flickinger is your left fielder. Hayden Bolton is your center fielder, and Jack Tedrick is your right fielder. Again, your lineup's being sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Freeze, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. Main Stop scoreboard shows 0-0. Open when you need them. You're always near a Main Stop. Thirsty Thursday, every Thursday, the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. And the wind is picking up here. Carlin is averaging .286 with a .349 on-base percentage. 6 hits, an RBI, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 6 stolen bases for the junior pitcher for the Golden Bears. Let's take a look at the numbers on Delta's pitcher. Jaden Lohman has 1 game. He does not have a decision. His ERA is 9. He's only pitched 2 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, and had 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and 1 hit by a pitch. So limited action. And again, talking with Delta's head coach, that he has some guys out to injury and some other situations that he's dealing with right now. So I know that they're a little short-handed, and the lineup's not exactly where he wanted it to be. So Cade Carlin gets ready to step in. Delta getting all set up here. First pitch to Carlin, swung on. Little blooper. Might be trouble. Carlin's speedy, and he's safe. Carlin gets on. He's a fast kid. And that was all hustle from Cade Carlin to get there. This will bring up Hunter Watson. He's your shortstop today, batting .316, a .435 on-base percentage. 6 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases. Carlin has swiped 6 bases today, so they're going to have to, or 6 bases this year. And the throwback is bobbled. The pitch, Carlin goes, throw down, and Carlin is in safely. Runner moves to second, just 1 strike on the batter. Watson will step out. The pitch swung on right down the third base side, past the glove of DeSantos, and they'll hold up Carlin at third. Going to second is Watson. So runners at second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. This will bring up Carter Dominic. He's your first baseman tonight, batting .294 on the season. .455 on-base percentage, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and he's swiped a couple bases as well. Back-to-back hits to lead things off here. Bears now with 2 hits on the night. First pitch to Carter Dominic is high, brushes him back. Ball 1. The pitch. Check swing. Ball 2. Oh, they called a balk. So that'll bring the runner in, and the Bears score their first run. So that actually is not a ball. So it's 1-0 still on Watson, or on Carter Dominic rather. One run is in though. Runners advance. That is outside, makes it 2-0. Watson is at third base. 1 run is in. That one's high, 3-0. Carter has walked 4 times. Swing and miss. I was curious if he'd have the green light at 3-0, and he did. That's high. That'll be a pass ball. The run will score. Carter Dominic goes to first and thinks about going again. And the Bears put up run number 2 here at the bottom of the first inning. This will bring up Carter Luce. Luce is your third baseman today, a junior, averaging .235 on the season with a .409 on-base percentage. 4 hits, 2 RBIs, a double, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He has a stolen base, and the first pitch to him is a called strike. Runner at first is Carter Dominic. We've already got 2 runs in here in the bottom of the first inning. Throwback, and again that throwback is too far. Carter Dominic will get to second and will hold up there. That's twice they've thrown back, and twice that the ball has gone outside of the foul line. Don't know if it's a bad throw or a bad catch or what, but That is a ball, makes it 1-1. Still no outs here. Bottom of the first inning, Bears have 2 runs in already. High again, 2-1. Runner at second is Carter Dominic. Loose at the plate. Again, a ball. 3-1. Lohman has thrown 12 pitches so far. The 3-1. And that's ball 4. So now runners at first and second. Still nobody out. And that'll bring up number 3, Tucker Miller, second baseman tonight. The junior is batting 182 with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and he has 2 stolen bases. So here's where we stand. 2 runs are in the bottom of the inning. It's Bryan 2-0 over Delta. Each team has 2 hits. We just had a quick mound visit. Just like a mound visit can stop the game, unexpected plumbing problems can halt your day. Don't let old water lines or broken sewer laterals throw you a curveball. For a reliable inspection, call S&S Directional Boring at 419-630-0726. The pitch to Tucker Miller is a called strike. Again, we thank S&S Directional Boring for their sponsorship of our mound visits all season long, both for baseball and softball. Goes to throw back, and nobody was there covering the base. Carter Dominic back safely. He looks like he's going to bunt. He lays down a bunt. They hesitate, and Miller is there. Now the bases are loaded with no outs. Tucker Miller does his job laying down a bunt. This will bring up Cam Bukowski, your catcher tonight. Cam is batting 111 with a 158 on-base percentage. 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, and a stolen base for Cam. Bases loaded, nobody out here. In the bottom of the first inning, Bears have 2 in already and are poised for a big inning. Pitch down low, ball 1. That is swung on. Bukowski will put it to the shortstop, and the throw is bad. That'll score 1 and 2, and Bukowski's goes to second. So Bears have 4 runs here in the bottom of the inning. This will bring up Cole Batt, the 7-hitter, and now we've got another mound visit. And again, our mound visits tonight being brought to you by S&S Directional Boring, and this one's going to involve everybody coming to check out the discussion here. And again, you know, talking with Coach Stickley, they are struggling as far as numbers right now. They've got some guys out to injury, a person serving a suspension for an ejection, so Delta already struggling on the season, and then to not have guys available. I believe there are 5 or 6 guys crossed off of their roster today when we got the starting lineup. It looks like they just had a discussion and Lohman's going to stay out there. Bottom of the first inning, nobody out. Bryan has 4 runs in already. He goes to bunt and he will pull it back. Ball 1. Bat will take strike 1. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Runners at second and third. Tucker Miller at third. Cam Bukowski at second. That one's low. Fouled back. Evens the count at 2 apiece. My goodness, the wind is just crazy right now. Steady wind blowing in from left field. That hits the deck. That'll score Miller. And that makes it 5-0. Still nobody out. Runner at third as Bukowski has Miller scored. Cole Batt, the designated hitter, has a 3-2 count on him. The pitch swung on, bouncing ball to second. Bobbled by the second baseman, and the run scores. And reaching on an error is Cole Batt. 6 runs now in here in the bottom of the inning. This will be Hunter Mufeld, a left fielder, batting .250 on the season with 2 hits, a strikeout, and a stolen base. First pitch to him is a ball. Throw back. Again, the throw not good. This time at least, Elton able to step in front of it and keep it from going out to shallow left field like the last couple of times. One 0 from Mufeld in the dirt. That makes it 2-0. A pass ball, but Mufeld tells Cole Batt to stay right there at first base. Mufeld will line one to left field. That'll advance the runner. And Mufeld now at first. Runner at second as well. So that'll bring up Mason Welling. Welling is your 9-hitter. Center fielder, .250 batting average. 3 hits and RBI. A walk, 3 strikeouts. Welling will bat lefty. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Lohman has thrown 26 pitches in this inning. Check swing down low, 2-0. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. Pass ball again. That'll advance both runners. And 3-0 count to Welling. That'll be a 4-pitch walk. Now the bases are loaded. And we're back to the top of the order, Cade Carlin. Pitch to him is ball one. There's a called strike. Carlin singled his first time up to the shortstop. He started things up. He swings, turns on this one, and he gets to first base. And that'll score Cole Bat and advance everybody else. Base is still loaded, but another run has come in. This will bring up Hunter Watson. Watson singled to left field. First pitch to him, ball one. That is swung on. This to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. 2 runs will score. Watson kind of stuck between first and second. He'll head back to first. And now runner at third base. 2 runs have come in. The Bears now have 9 runs. And I'm going to say it again, and I feel bad saying it. Still no outs. So bring up Carter Dominic. Last time up, he walked. First one of his in the dirt. Nice job there by the catcher, Freese, stopping that one. That is swung on into center field. That'll be an RBI and maybe 2 RBIs. Just 1. Runners at first and third. Now 10 runs in for the Bears. Ten runs on 8 hits for the Golden Bears. So bring up Carter Luce. Luce walked his last time up. That one's high, ball one. High, ball two. That's a called strike to Carterloose. That makes it 2-1. That's swung on. Bouncing ball to second. Over for one. And they get Carter to two, so 2 quick outs there. And a run scores to give the Bears 11 runs. So now 2 down. This will bring up Tucker Miller. Miller singled back to the pitcher on a bunt. Base is clear. 2 down now, bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Miller, swung on and missed. The 1-1 coming to Miller. That is swung on into center field. Miller with a single. So a 2-out single gives the Bears their 9th hit of the bottom of the inning. This will bring up Cam Bukowski. Bukowski hit a ground ball last time to the shortstop, and he reached on an error. One of 2 errors. Bukowski to third. Nice job there stopping it by DeSantos, and he's going to get him out. Bukowski falls down, but that'll do it as we get to the bottom of the first inning. Bears lead 10-0 back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, top of the second inning, the Bears lead 11-0 for Delta. No runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. For Bryan, 11 runs on 9 hits, no errors. And that was a big inning for the Golden Bears, as they plated 11, 9 hits, and they went through the order. Let's see, the person to get out was the 6 hitter, so they batted 15, if my math is correct, in that inning. And now Cade Carlin is your pitcher, and you look at how that's going to be. You know, he sat for such a long time. He batted twice. And let's see what he can do here. Carlin doing his warm-ups. Bukowski will take the catcher's mask from Jamison Longoria, who was warming him up there. Now, I'm not sure. I believe the run rule is 15 after 3. And this will be Jaden Lohman. So the Bears batted 15 in the first inning. Panthers only batted 5. First pitch to him, swung on and missed, strike 1. That is swung on. Fouled on the left field line. 2-0. That is a drop third. Throw down to Carter Dominic, and he's going to get on. Oh, they're going to say he's out. Ooh. So 1 down here. That'll bring up the first baseman, Nathan Elton. First pitch to him is a called strike. Second one's in the dirt. That is swung on, fouled left field side. High makes it 2-2. Foul ball. Swung on and missed. Well, that doesn't matter now. 2 outs. This will bring up number 1, Jack Tedrick, your right fielder. First pitch to him, a called strike. That has popped up. And Carter Dominic makes the catch. So at the end of the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left aboard. We head to the middle of the second. The main stop scoreboard shows 10-0 Bryan over Delta. Back after this.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Golden Bears Sports Network. Bears lead 10-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Bears batted around and then some. For Delta, no runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. And for Bryan, 11 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Welcome to our first spring contest of the 2024-25 school year. One of 2 this week. We have softball tomorrow night. Going to be a little colder tomorrow night. It's softball. But you will be behind a wall, so you're good, Eric. The Lady Bears playing over at Field 5. They lead Delta 8-0. Game changer is a wonderful thing. I think we've got a new pitcher. And we do. Walter Jacob is your new pitcher. He's got an 18 ERA. Only pitched 1 inning. Walter Jacob. This will bring up Cole Batt, your 7-hitter. Let's see what Cole did his last time up. He reached on an error his last time up, grounder to second. He'll bunt, throw over, and got him. 1 down. This will bring up Hunter Mufeld. Mufeld singled on a liner to left his first time up. First pitch to him, ball. Another one, 2-0. That's a called strike. Outside, 3-1. Ball 4. Puts Mufeld at first. This will bring up Mason Welling for the second time. Welling walked his last time up. Check swing. Ball 1. Let's see if Mufeld decides to go. He does have 1 stolen base on the year. That's high, ball 2. That's a called strike, even though Welling backed away from that. Welling takes it 3-1. 1 down, bottom of the second inning. Bears lead 11-0. Runner at first is Hunter Mufeld. That is swung on, line to first base. That'll advance the runners. So a big 1-out hit from Welling. Mufeld goes to second. Welling at first. This will bring up Cade Carlin for the 3rd time tonight. Carlin has 2 hits and an RBI and scored 2 runs. Productive day for Mr. Carlin. First pitch to him, the top of the hat. That is foul tip back. 1-1. And therefore a called strike. That is swung on, popped up. Coming over and making the grab is Maurer. 2 down. This will bring up Hunter Watson. Watson is 2 for 2 with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. First one to Watson is outside. Bears got 11 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Had base runners, but nobody across yet. Pass ball, that should advance both runners with the speedy guys on the base. And it does. Now 2 runners in scoring position. 2 down here, bottom of the second inning. The 2-0 is swung on to right field. Coming over and making the grab is Tedrick. And that'll do it. As we head to the top of the third inning, your main stop scoreboard shows 11-0 in favor of Bryan. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Rooting on the Golden Bears.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, we head to the top of the third inning. For Delta, no runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. For Bryan, 11 runs on 10 hits, no errors. And the Bears lead 11-0. And batting for Delta this inning, it will be Bolton leading things off. He's your number 9 hitter. Then the top of the order, Emmerich Fries and Brady Moore. Cade Carlin remains your pitcher. Giving up 2 hits. Had a good day at the plate. Throw down by Bukowski. And we're ready to get this one going. Cloudy day here. Do see some blue out there. Definitely definitely windy though. Bolton will step in. First pitch to him is a called strike. Bolton is a 143 batter with 250 on base percentage. He has struck out 5 times, walked once, and he has a stolen base. Second pitch to him, also a strike. That one is high, ball 1. And that'll be a Welling Construction strikeout. Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor. We specialize and pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712. That's Welling Construction. And that's actually the 5th Welling Construction strikeout. Sean, I hope you'll forgive me. We're still trying to get things going here. Game number 1, a little rusty, knocking off that rust. So thank you to Sean for his and the whole gang at Welling Construction for their sponsorship. They've been with us since day 1. That is popped up in foul territory. Carter Dominic and Elijah Fry making the run, and Fry unable to get it. Hits his glove, but that was a long way to run for both those guys. Just becomes a long strike 1. That one is fouled out. One and 2. In the dirt, makes it 2 and 2. That's in the dirt too, makes it 3 and 2, full count. Swung on and missed. I'll throw it around the horn. 2 down now. This will bring up Brady Moore, your shortstop. Last time up, he doubled on a fly ball into left field. First pitch to him is high, ball 1. 2 down here. Top of the 3rd inning. 11-0 your score for the Golden Bears. That one is fouled back. Did that hit our camera? Sweet. I was just thinking about that when we were setting that up. Is it moving now? That will drop foul. One, 2 is also fouled back. I think it's hitting the net, not necessarily the camera. Always the danger when you put a camera right behind home plate. That is swung on. Gloved. Ooh, missed by the shortstop Watson. And base runner for Delta here with 2 outs. We'll give the error to the Golden Bears on that one. Watson was chasing it down, but just bobbled it. This will bring up Carlos DeSantos, the 3rd baseman. Last time he was up, he singled on a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Throw back is back safely. High, ball one. Notice even down at the high school level, we got kids with the oven mitts for the sliding in the back pocket. Seeing a couple Golden Bears with them. And runner goes. That is swung on to right field. Giving chase is Elijah Fry. He's not going to get there. That'll score Delta's first run. And that'll be a triple. Nope, a double as he holds up. First run scored for the Panthers. And it comes here in the bottom of the, or the top of the third inning. And 2 outs. Nicely hit ball. But that wind just pulled it. Fry did a good job giving chase, but just couldn't get there. And when you have the sliding mitt on, you have to go give coach all the other stuff. This will bring up Vincent Marr, number 00. First pitch to him is in the dirt, ball one. Called strike. Makes it 1-1. Nice location on that pitch for Carlin. Called strike 2. Curveball. Morrow struck out his last time up. Ball evens it at 2 apiece. 2 down here, top of the third inning. Delta has a run in and a runner on. Makes it 3-2 now. Full count on Marr. Swing and a miss. That'll strike him out. So as we go to the middle of the third inning, the Golden Bears lead 11-1. We got more action coming your way here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
There's a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory since 1922. We've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Back out at Sumpter Field. Bottom of the third inning. For Delta, 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors. And for Bryan, 11 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. The Bears scored 11 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Delta got their run in the top of the third. And there you see the score by innings. Bears looking for some offense, and we're going to see maybe a change in the lineup. I do see coach over with the umpire. Think we might see batting this inning. Think we're going to see Damian Wolf bat this inning. Carter Dominic is up. Carter the 3-hole. I see Carter Loose also out. But Damian Wolf is definitely swinging the bat out there in front of the dugout. Let's see what the Bears can do here. This will bring up Carter Dominic. Carter is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. A run score. First pitch to him is a called strike. Just underway here in the bottom of the third inning. Chris Malenga with you here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Outside, ball one. That is swung on. Almost a diving catch by Moore, but Dominic will go to first, and he continues on, but will head back to first. So a single leadoff for Carter Dominic, and this will bring up Carter Luce. Luce is 0 for 1. The run scored and a walk. First pitch to him is a called strike. High and outside, evens the count of 1 apiece. High makes it 2-1. Makes it 3-1. Look close. I don't know. He didn't give any indication of position of that one. Might have been inside. Swung on. Left side, coming over and making the grabs, the shortstop Moore. A nice hustle there. Well, Bears won 12-0 over there against Delta. They went 5 innings there. Strike one. And this is going to be, this is number 8, Damian Wolf. Makes the count 1-1. Let's look at Wolf's numbers here. Got a 143 batting average and on-base percentage. And that'll move the runner on the pass ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Carter Dominic advances to second. High, 3-1. Tomorrow night we jump over to Field 5 as the Liberty Benton Eagles will invade. Swung on and missed. Full count for Wolf. Lady Bears graduated a ton last year, but brought back quite a few people that have experience from that state semifinal or state runner-up game. And joining me this year is a familiar face and voice, as Samantha Molina, who was in the dugout last year during that season, is going to be color for softball all this year. So we look forward to having the game with you tomorrow night as Sam and I will bring you the action. This brings up Cam Bukowski. Cam is 0 for 2, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Reached on an error twice. That hit him. So that'll walk the bases loaded. 1 down. This will bring up Cole Batt. Batt is 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Called strike to him. That is swung on, fouled off, and out of play first base side. Makes the count 1-2. That is swung on foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Pitcher steps off. Big gap there in center field, right center. Nice hold there. Evens the count at 2 apiece. One down here, bottom of the third inning. Bases loaded for the Golden Bears. Swung on and missed. 2 outs now. This will bring up another pinch hitter, number 7, and I don't even have a 7. Let's see who 7 is. First pitch to him is high, ball 1. Seven is Brennan Mosier. Two and 0 to Mosier. Swung on and missed. Two and 1 now. High, 3 and 1. Bears would love to plate a couple here. Fouled back, 3 and 2 now. Tell you what, after the big first inning, Delta's done a pretty good job keeping the Bears either off the base path or Certainly not crossing home plate. And that'll be a walk, and that'll walk in a run. So just as I say that, they let one cross. Makes it 12-1. This will bring up Mason Welling. Welling is 1 for 1 with a hit and a walk. Called strike 1 to him. 2 outs here, bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 run is across, bases loaded for the Bears. That is high. That was over Mason's helmet. That's in there. Bounce the ball to first base. Coming over and making the play unassisted is Elton. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So we head to the top of the 4th inning. Bears lead 12-1. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. It is 12-1. Real quick, want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game. They include the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrew Zunillo, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing, Heating and Thiel Supply Center. Chris Malenga here with you. Our scoreboard sponsored by Main Stop. Open when you need them. You're always near Main Stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday. Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Cade Carlin continues. Carlin is through 3 innings, has thrown 3 hits or given up 3 hits. Let's see how many pitches Carlin has thrown. He has thrown 51 total pitches and faced 13 batters. And Delta's going to line up like this here in the inning. Flickinger, Lohman, and Elton. Flickinger is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Last time up, and he takes ball 1. Next one to him is swung on and missed. Bet it's nice out there in the sun. In the press box, it's chilly. Called strike 2. And you know my coat is just at the bottom of the stairs, but forgot to bring it up. Swung on and missed. Quickly 1 down for the Bears here in the top of the 4th inning. This brings up Jaden Lohman. Lohman is 0 for 1 with a strikeout as well. That last one was a Welling Construction strikeout. And Cade now has 8 of them. Called strike for Lohman. Makes the count 1-1. Carlin wastes no time, 1-2. He deals quickly. He's ready to go again. That one's outside, splits the 2-2. Ooh, Bukowski held it there, but did not get the call. Count is full. That's a called strike. Another Welling Construction strikeout. Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor who specialize and pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Your batter is number 4, Walter Jacob.
Number 4, Jacob Walter.
And I just noticed that their stats are last name, first name, so it's Jacob Walter, not Walter Jacob. 2-2 to Walter. You know, it's bad when they have 2 first names. You never know if you make a mistake or not. High makes it 3-2. Carlin is a speedster. He does not waste any time. Ooh. Didn't get that call, and runner at first with 2 down. This will bring up Jack Tedrick. He's got 3 names. Jack, Ted, and Rick. Tedrick on the night is 0 for 1. Got a few defensive changes as well. Strike 1. Wolf is now in at third, and over at second is Loose. High 1-1. Throwback. He's back safely. Swung on and missed. That was a sinker ball. Whew. The bottom dropped out of that one. Two and two now. Count goes full. Swung on and missed. Another Welling Construction strikeout. And we head to the middle of the 4th inning. Bears lead Delta 12-1. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bears lead 12-1. I got to put the 0 up on that scoreboard for the 4th inning, as we are now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bears scored 11 runs in the first, and then Delta picked up 1 in the top of the 3rd, Bryan in the bottom of the 3rd, and that made it 12-1. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Delta. 12 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for the Golden Bears. We're doing 4 Bears baseball games right now. Let's see what we got here. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule. on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Let's see. We've got, here we go. I think the Maumee one, that's not correct. No, not Maumee tomorrow, Liberty Benton. I don't know why that did that. Liberty Benton tomorrow. Patrick Henry softball the following Monday. And then Napoleon the following Tuesday. And then we're back here for the Liberty Center game back on the 24th. So we'll have Delta, Liberty Center, Defiance, and Perrysburg as your 4 games for the Bears, the boys. Lady Bears, we're going to have Liberty Benton, Patrick Henry, Napoleon, and Montpelier. And I have to clear that graphic and figure out what's wrong with it before tomorrow night. Cade Carlin is going to bat here. As we head to the bottom of the inning here. Lady Bears have already victorious tonight. They won 12-0 over Delta. It looks like it's going to be Carlin. Let's see. He did change things up. It might be the top of the order, Carlin, Watson, and Dominic, but we'll see. I see 11 coming in. Jacob Uran is swinging the bat as well, so we'll see what they do here. I mean, you're up 12-1. You may as well get some guys doing. Got a new pitcher. New pitcher for Delta is Nathan Elton. Elton has an 18 ERA, 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 8 runs, 5 strikeouts, 6 walks, and hit 2 batters. First pitch to Carlin is ball. That is rocketed. That may have hit the pitcher. And Carlin's aboard with a leadoff single. If it didn't hit the pitcher, he got out of the way quick. Ooh, came right back at him. So Jacob Uran is going to come in for Hunter Watson. Throwback, he's back safely. High to him. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. One and one. He balked again. Well, he didn't do it again. They balked again. So that'll advance the runner. Now runner at second. 1-1 count on Uran. You can see how windy it is with our camera bouncing there. That is swung on over to second. Glove. Mara throws him out. That'll advance the runner to third. 1 down now. Bottom of the fourth inning. All right, this will bring up Gavin Pittman, batting for Carter Dominic. One down for Pittman. In the dirt. And that'll score a run. Pass ball makes it 13-1. Let's give you some numbers on Gavin Pittman. Pittman has a 0 batting average, but a .500 on base percentage. He has scored 3 times, walked 4 times, struck out twice. He has a 1-1 count now. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Little bouncy ball to the pitcher, could be trouble, but they get out of it. And that is 2 down. All right, so Jamison Longoria now will bat. Longoria is batting 182 with a 250 on base percentage. First pitch to him is a ball. Next one is swung on, glove by the pitcher. He'll underhand toss to first base. And we head to the top of the 5th inning. The main stop scoreboard shows 13-1 in favor of Bryan. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bears lead 13-1. So we had the top of the 5th inning. New pitcher for the Golden Bears is Brennan Mosier. We'll get you some numbers on Mosier here as soon as I write them in on my score sheet. Mosier has no stats. So here we go. You know, in talking with Coach Walker during our pregame show, he said that the Bears have about 9 to 10 guys they feel good throwing, and give Mosier a chance here to see what he can do with a 13-1 lead. As long as the Bears don't give up 13 runs or 12 runs, we basically have 3 outs. Of course, I put it into existence now, and it might be the announcer's jinx. So after this one's done, our crew will pack up and walk it all over to the softball field, where we'll do it again tomorrow night. You warming your hands on the router? Mosier get a couple more warm-up pitches. And let's see, there have been so many changes. Let's see who. I think Hayden Bolton is up. He is. Hey, look at that. Changing something I've done for basically every year that I've done baseball, where I've kept my own scoring. And this year I'm going to, it's already being scored in the dugout by Game Changer, so I'm going to use that, but it's hard to see where we're at in the order. First pitch from Mosier is slow. And ball one is taken. Next one is low, ball two. The 2-0 from Mosier, called strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. That is swung on, popped back. Bukowski gives chase and can't get there. Bulls do it again at 3-2. Ooh, ball four. And this should bring up the top of the order in Emmerich Fries. It does. Let's see what Fries has done today. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Throw back safely as Bolton. Outside, ball one. Outside, ball two. Throw back. Runner at first, nobody out here. Runner goes. That'll be a pass ball. 3-0. Called strike. 3-1. In the dirt, ball four. Runners at first and second, nobody out now. This will bring up the shortstop, number 13, Brady Moore, who is 1 for 2. Delta in their gray pinstripe uniforms. The green numerals on the back. First pitch to him is a big strike. Throw down to second. Back safely. I like the move, though. It's got a good pickoff move. Mosier, the junior. Outside, 1-1. That is swung on, popped up, first base side, making it the glove. Let's see, is that was number 10. That was Gavin Pittman over there at first. So Pittman's over at first. Carlos DeSantos is up. He swings it over to shortstop. They'll throw to third and get the lead runner. So that's 2 down now. Runners at first and second still. So bring up Vincent Marr, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that hit him. That'll put the bases loaded now with 2 out. Hit him pretty good. He's limping on his way down there. This will bring up Flickinger. Flickinger's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts as well. So the runner at first is Morrow. DeSantos is at second. And Freese is at third. Wind picking up again. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there for Mosher. Just low, 2-1. Swung and missed. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See what Mosher can do here. Swung on and missed. So that should do it as we go through the run rule. So we will be a final there at 13-1. So after that big 11-run inning in the first inning, we are victorious and move to 5-2 on the season. All right, going to take this time out. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show, and we'll do that after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we do at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, the Bears victorious tonight by a score of 13-1. And I'm going to get that 0 up in the 5th inning. Run ruled 13-1 here. Let's take a look at some stats here as the Bears are victorious. Let's see. Cade Carlin was 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored and RBI. Hunter Watson was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Jacob Uran was 0 for 1. Carter Dominic was 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, an RBI and a walk. Gavin Pittman was 0 for 1. Carter Luce was 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Jamison Longoria was 0 for 1. Tucker Miller was 2 for 2 with a run scored. Damian Wolf had a walk. Cam Bukowski was 0 for 2 with 2 RBI and a run scored. Cole Batt was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout. Hunter Muhlfeld was 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. Brennan Mosier was 0 for had an RBI and a walk. And Mason Welling was 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Cade Carlin started things off pitching 4 complete innings. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Brennan Mosier came in relief, gave up no hits. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Taking a look at Delta, Freese was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Moore was 1 for 3 with a run scored. DeSantis was 2 for 3 with an RBI. Maurer was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Flickinger 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Lohman was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jacob was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Elton was 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Tedrick was 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and Bolton was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitching, Lohman started out. He pitched just the first inning, gave up 11 runs on 8 hits. 8 of the runs were earned, 3 walks. Jacob, let's get the name right because I messed that up earlier. Jacob Walter came in, pitched 2 runs, 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks and a strikeout. And then Elton pitched the last inning, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, and that run was earned. So there you have it. The score by innings as you can see there. Bears started off in the bottom of the first inning, scored 11 big runs, then scoreless until the 3rd inning. Delta got on the board and Bryan answered, and Bryan pushed that 13th run across in the bottom of the 4th inning. For Delta, 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors. For the Golden Bears, 13 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. All right, time of the game, it was 1 hour and 46 minutes. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will wrap things up here from Bryan on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, today's game being brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill Lowe and Crow Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing, Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. Keep up with all the Bryan sports action by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Get notified when we go on the air for each game, too. Head to youtube.com/Bryan Sports and hit the subscribe button. All right, we got some buttons to push here. Our next game tomorrow, Tuesday, April 15th, as the Bryan softball team hosts Liberty Benton. That'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch. We'll be on the air about 4:40 tomorrow afternoon from field number 5. I want to thank our broadcast crew tonight. Our director was Eric Herman. Our cameras, Remy Rosebrock and Troy Roos. I want to thank our athletic department at BHS, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal. Golden Bear photo, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak. I call them Neff and Steph, which always throws me off. Back at WQCT, Rick Armentrout, and I am your executive producer, Chris Malenga. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bears Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bears Sports Network. I'm Chris Malenga. Again, your final score is 13-1. Have a good night, everybody. That does everything. Just like that. So it could be, it scrolls through like our, as I'm saying at the end there, try to use our audience. It has the, it says it's a student song. It has the, yeah, so it's like that. Yeah. And then just change that. I was looking for a final and I didn't see it. You tell me what you want to do. Like, we can turn it